Hi everybody, Cynthia here. I am back with the 13 Haunted Projects of Halloween series. And as you can see here, I purchased this die set. You can make this into a shaker die if you wanted to. Pardon me. But I purchased this potion bottle die set. I want to say it's ZFParty on Amazon. And I did check. They still have these available. But I know a lot of times when I order dies on Amazon or whatever, a lot of you say, I'm so glad you did a video showing how you put it together because I wasn't sure I was going to use it. So I thought we would do that together today. And I created this cute little potion bottle treat box. Okay, so I just used some of this purple decorative shred that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to fill it with some candies. But for now, just for the video, I'm going to fill it with candies and then I'm going to put the decorative shred on top. And then I used some of that cobwebbing behind my label here. And the stamp set I used says trimmed spider hair, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to use that. Plus, this stuff, when you add it to your Halloween projects, I don't know, I just feel like it makes it look a little creepier. So I have everything cut out and ready to go. I'll show you how I put this together. But the stamp set here, let me show you. Hopefully, there's not too much of a glare. Let me take it out of the bag because I have a lot of lights on today, so y'all could really see. And I'm hoping, let me make sure you guys can see this, hopefully. I purchased this stamp set on Amazon, and I'm not sure if they still have it, but basically, if they do, I will definitely link it below. But it basically is stamps for potion bottles. Because I saved little pill jars and I'm going to be making potion bottles from them, so I wanted the labels for them. If they don't have this particular set, just type in potion bottle label stamps and I'm sure you'll get a bunch that'll pop up. But this is the one I used here. Okay, let me get out my stuff for you guys. This is what we're going to need to make the box. So you're going to need, from the larger die, and that's this one, you're going to need 2 pieces cut out in black. And then this one that they give you here, you're going to need 2 pieces cut out in whatever color you chose. I chose green. And we're going to glue those right on top of the potion bottles. So let me get out my glue. And what I did is I cut them out and then I ran them through my polka dot embossing folder. Just because I wanted it to look like bubbles, I guess. I love this potion bottle die too because it has a stitching when you cut it out. I don't know if it'll show up, but it has this really cute stitching all the way around the edge. I think that looks cute. Okay, so I cut out for this die piece here. I cut out 1 piece in purple. That's my stamped sentiment. I have a gray piece of cardstock here. And then these are the corks that go on the top here. So I cut out a piece of gray cardstock and I'm just going to glue these I cut these out in craft color, make them look more like a cork, but I wanted the gray backing. And then I'm just going to cut these out. And then I used some black soot distress ink. And I just inked around the edges of those. So that's one. Trim out the other one. And go around the edges with the black soot. And then we have from this die right here our skull and crossbones. I cut those out in white. And what I'm going to do is assemble them on the top of the purple here, and then we'll ink it all up. So the first thing I did was I just placed my skull on here without gluing it, because you want to make sure you can fit your crossbones on. And if you put it together first, you'll know exactly where you need to glue. And then right here where the skull opens up is where the bottom ones go. Okay, so I'm just going to pop out my skull. Oop. And I'm going to glue them right in there. Okay, I'm going to try and glue them right in there. Come on. Okay, there we go. And now we can put our bones on. I originally, when I saw this die, I thought it was in one piece, but then I saw it wasn't connected. So gluing these little bones on is a little tedious and tricky, but like I said, if you place them first and then glue them, they will line up a lot nicer for you, because you want these to line up this way and this way. Okay, so it'll look something like that. And then I just went real lightly over it with the black soot and kind of inked it up. And then I went around the edges of that purple cardstock. Flip it around, and I'm going to put some foam tape from the Dollar Tree. Turn it back around, And then I have my stamped image. I'm going to fussy cut. I did not use the outer border, I just used the inner. So you can see here, I'm cutting that off. Just because it fit on this piece a lot nicer. And then I'm going to go ahead and ink it up, and I'm going to glue it right underneath the skull and crossbones. Ink up the edges here. Bit of glue. I'm just going to glue that right underneath. And it does hang off this piece a little, but I like it that way. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, so now we're going to use this one as the front, and I'm going to take some of that cobwebbing and I just really want a little bit sticking out from the back. Don't need a whole lot. But I'm going to place that on here. Peel off the backing. And then I'm going to add some hot glue. And plop that right on the front there. And then I'm just going to pull out some of the extra pieces that aren't really on there and give them a trim. Because I just wanted a little bit here and there. If you feel like you want a little bit more, just add a dab of hot glue behind there and take your tweezers and just shove some in and trim that off. Okay, so that's what the front looks like. Let me get all this trash out of our way here. Oh, and I did save like a little piece here for where the cork's gonna be. So I'm gonna just take my cork, I glue, and I want it to look like it's in the bottle but sticking out up top there. And then I just went ahead and put some liquid glue here and here and added a little bit of the cobwebbing there. It's entirely up to you, you know, how much. Ah! Came off. Okay, let's try hot glue. Just because I want to get this filmed for you guys, and that'll dry quicker. Okay, so it looks like this. And we're going to add the other cork piece. cork stopper to the back. Now we have our 2 pieces, and we're going to put together our treat box. So let me get this set aside and get out my scoreboard. Okay, so for your actual treat box, you're going to need a piece that measures 7.5 by 4 1/4. Line it up at the 7.5 inch mark, and you're going to score at 3 1/4 and 4 1/4. Line it up at the 4 1/4 inch mark, and you're going to score at 1 inch. Turn it directly to the opposite side and score at 1 inch again. And we're going to fold up our score lines. And we're going to cut up on this score line and this score line, and just don't go past that one. So cut straight up, and you're going to create this flap here and straight up on this side to create this center flap. So you should have 3 flaps on this side. Turn it around and do the same on the opposite side. Just don't cut past this score line. And now I have my 2 center flaps. I'm going to fold in, put a little liquid glue on both sides, and then we're going to fold it up to meet with this side. And the same thing over here. I'm going to fold it up to meet with this side. And then I'm going to use my bone folder to push it down. Okay, so you should have your box that looks something like this. Then we're going to add glue, or you could use double-sided tape, whatever you're more comfortable using, on this end and this end. And you could just close up your box and pull the sides up. And then run your bone folder on both sides on the inside of your box. And that's it. We have our little treat box. I'm going to set this here. Get out my front and back panels. I'm going to add liquid glue to the box itself. And then I'm going to set it down. I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to butt it up right against my box. Take my bone folder, run it along the inside of the box so I know my panel piece is really pushed down on there. I'm going to do the same thing to this side. Add glue to the box. Sit it up. Take my back panel piece, push it right up against the box. Make sure you use your fingers on both sides so you know it's flush. And then run my bone folder along the inside of the box. And that's it, guys. That's our cute little potion bottle box. We can fill it with candy, put some decorative shred on the top, and you're ready to go to gift to somebody. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope you give it a try. I will post a link to the die set that I bought for this particular potion bottle. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and happy crafting.